Well, here we go again. I've found something else in Blender 2.8 that works a bit. They're called animation nodes. Now, I've loaded these before, but they didn't work, and so I'm going to just show you how I got them to work. We go through user preferences or Blender preferences. You can see they're there. And these ones actually do work because I've reloaded them, but reloading them's not easy. You have to uncheck them, close Blender down, go back in, and then reinstall them. You can see here there's animation nodes version 2.1.4, and they don't seem to work, although they are the proper. This Chris Penninger, who's an Austrian chap, he's got a download. I'll put it in the description. That works. What you have to do first, though, is go into local disk C or wherever, whatever your thing is, and then just like normal, users, click on that and go to Adrian. Yours will probably say something different to Adrian unless your name's Adrian. App data, roaming, and then we go down to If I'm Blender. Click on that, click on it again, and you'll see how loads of blenders in there, but I don't know why I've kept them really. Go on to 2.8, then scripts, add-ons, and you'll see the add-ons that are animation node there. Now that one is a good one, that's Chris Penninger's. But were you wanting to load his and you'd already got animation nodes loaded, delete that folder completely. Otherwise you'll be in all sorts of bother. Well, it won't load, you'll get error messages and all sorts of things. The main problem is that both Blender 2.8 is in beta and the animation nodes are still in development. But these things are sent to triers. We'll switch this to animation node. You can see they're there now. New, and it's incredibly complex. You've got all these nodes to use. I've managed to make a start on it and had lots of, there are words there I don't even understand, but there are words I do, and it saves writing script for a lot of this stuff because you've got loops and lists and everything else that you'd normally have in a script. Unbelievable. No wonder it's taking some getting working. What I start with, this is the simplest, is an instancer, and here it is. In this case it says it's a cylinder, but that cylinder is only, I can't remember now, 5 or 6 sided, and I bevel the top and bottom just to make it a little more interesting. What you do is select your cylinder, and then you want a object transform output, and then a vector, obviously, because you want the things to move about. And wiggle seems to do quite a lot of cunning tricks. In the output you can have location, rotation and scale, and into the evolution I've just put an animation time mode so that when I click play It just does it sort of semi-randomly. You just have to add more nodes if you wanted more control. It's very exciting, this. And then it all gets muddled up because why it's put a get length node in there, I don't know. I think this is all part and parcel of I'm trying to work out what it is doing there. We'll plug that in there because that's where it should go. But nothing's happening. Hey dear, the fun I've had with this getting this far. But if anybody's interested, if you go through, just look at some animation node demos, it's amazing what it'll do. And obviously once you get used to the nodes, it does it easily. Certainly a lot quicker than writing script. I'm still trying to work out what the hell's going on here. Spend my life working out what the hell's going on in Blender. But this is totally new and occupied me for about 4 or 5 hours so far. There's something I'm doing wrong. See, nothing's happening. I don't know. It's a puzzle. The joys of learning new things. That could become disconnected. A bit like me. I think my brain comes disconnected at times. Right, we'll shift everything about. Put that there. I'll put it there. I don't want to get it in across that node line. And we'll plug that back in that became unplugged. And we should be all dippity-doo now. We'll start again with these. Plug that into the scale. And the time into the evolution. Now you see the big and small and zooming about like something not right. If you wanted to control them more, it's just a matter of sticking more nodes in. Quite which nodes you'd stick in, I'm not sure at the moment, but I'll think of something useful to do with it. I'll just shut this window down now. The other thing I can't do is render, but I have found out how to do it now. You can't just go into render at the top, you have to go into view, which is next to object mode, just under window there at the top, and you can render image and render animation there, and it does work. They'll get all this sorted eventually. It's just a matter of clicking here and there until something happens. You see, this is, I mean, it's just something stupid, but it's a very, very fast way of, imagine animating. I think there are 15 of these, maybe more. Can't remember how many I put in now, but imagine animating all this. And actually the node tree is nothing, you know, I mean, it's a 5-minute job. Probably a 10-minute job if you wanted to actually control them accurately. This is what it looks like, the scene. This is what they do, you see, they get bigger and smaller and wobble about. And the one that's stationary there, I've just hidden that. That is the actual original cylinder, if you like. And this is just a still taken from the view. That's a proper render. Very, very impressive. I'll try and think of something sensible to do with it. And I'll throttle the dog if it doesn't stop barking. I think that's about it for today. Quite a long video, something pretty esoteric, but it's keeping my old brain cells working. Molly, will you shut up, please? I'm trying to record. Lemon, heck, that worked. Even the dog after 12 years is getting obedient. Right, well, that's it. We'll see you again on the next one, and hopefully I'll have something sensible to show you.